Hello everybody, welcome back to Homestuck. If you're enjoying this series, like and subscribe and become a member to watch these episodes a week early. Last time, we talked about... Roxy created the Matriorb from the Void. Calliope is hanging out with Mr. Mayor and Jade in, I think, Jade's house. And Jane is meeting Nana. And a lot about Dave and Dirk. And that is continuing now. So, if you missed the last episode, you should probably watch it. Alright, let's just keep going.
You say there's a lot to admire. Like what? Well, he was pretty famous. He made some successful movies, at least under a somewhat expansive definition of success, an even more expansive definition of movie. His work accumulated a lot of subversive political influence, which got him in trouble later. He made like 1 million bullshit statues of liberty, scummed them up with JPEG artifacts, and littered them all over the planet. Holy shit! He was also a pretty badass swordsman, and an active member of the resistance movement. He slaughtered the clown presidents on the roof of the White House and flew away on a shitty skateboard. Then it seems he gave the Batter Witch a pretty good run for her money. Wasn't enough, but at least he went down fighting. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hear more details about this sometime. Sure. But as you can tell, clearly there was a lot to look up to. I thought about the examples you set constantly. The creative ideals, the advanced theories of irony and humor, the tales of courage and martial prowess. Really, I modeled everything about myself after you. Or at least everything good that I was trying to become. And I probably spent an embarrassing amount of time imagining what it would be like to live during his time, and to be able to have something resembling a sibling relationship, or to be in some sort of master-apprentice situation. When I finally learned you existed and started to understand who he really was in relation to me, it put a lot into context. I realized he was a version of you who got a chance to live up to his full potential. And when I understood there was a young version of you, in a situation sort of like mine, whose time on Earth got cut short when you were thrown into all of this, I guess I was at least happy to think there was some reality where you got the chance to do everything you wanted to do, be successful, and fight for all the right things. Even if ultimately it didn't lead to a great outcome for humanity, you had an opportunity to live a full life and show what you were made of. Well, I guess I had the same opportunity on your world, somewhat less fortunately. Yeah, but then for all my bitching, I guess I still never grasped your full reality. Just like you probably didn't grasp mine, but just reading into the mindset of a historical figure as best you could. What if I wasn't as heroic as it seemed? What if adult me was kinda douchey too, in a way you couldn't observe? Perhaps. But beyond a certain point, I think accomplishments speak for themselves. I don't know if you can just completely shred every person who did great things because they had some flaws. All I can say is it was important to me to see him the way I did. As a good person who inspired me and set the standard for what I wanted to be. It kept me going. That said, I'm also glad there's this version of you who got to go through all the things you've been through. Like, yeah, you didn't get to be the cool celebrity who cuts down juggalos on badly defaced government property. And the idea of a normal life was rudely taken from you, and it's something you'll never get a chance to experience. But this is so much more challenging and uncertain. You get to apply all that potential you showed in one reality to something much bigger and more existentially critical. Whatever strength you showed in trying to save a dying planet, the fact is, I think we need that here. And the trials inherent in being part of something like this, I think they bring more out of you than a relatively pedestrian life on Earth would. Makes you face more things about yourself. At least that's been true for me. But it sounds like it's been true for you too. Sounds to me like the experience you had changed you a lot for the better. You mentioned the experiences with him that were designed to make you stronger have actually made you weaker. But really, I doubt that's true. I bet you've become stronger than you realize. Not because of anything he did, but because of what you've done. And the ways you changed yourself through your own effort. I hope it doesn't come off as overly sentimental garbage, but it seems to me like you turned out to be a really good dude. Like, really. A better sort of dude than I ever imagined talking to when I pictured meeting the legendary guy I idolized. I pictured him as probably being too cool to be the type of guy you are. But you know what? Fuck being too cool for that. You don't think I'm cool? Nah. I mean in the right way, yes. I think you are. But in the way that doesn't mean anything and doesn't matter. Not particularly. Anyway, that's all my stuff with respect to your other self. Again, there's a lot more I could say about him. Maybe stuff you should know, or maybe it's all irrelevant to the path you're on now. Regardless, I'd be more than willing to answer any questions you have about him, or anything really. Feel free to ask me whatever, okay? Yeah, I'll have to think.
Whoa. Well, he thinked.
Hey. Sorry about this. What? For what I'm doing now, this bullshit right here. Oh, it's really fucked up of me what I'm presently doing, so sorry about that. Yeah, man, this is, fucked up shit, alright. I know. But it's cool, don't worry about it. So fucked up. Sorry.
Oh, Dave, no. Oh, man. Why is she thinking about Nepeta? It's just weird. Also, this never happened either. Are these just secret little... Are they glimpses into what's going to happen, I guess? Because they did talk about each other's siblings, which is what this represents. These two are going to fight, I guess. These two are going to argue. Knyasov, Roxy, thinking about Nepeta. Calliope's going to hang out with the mayor. They're crying about their terrible lives. And here we go. Oh yeah, I guess it is visions of the future. Okay. Hey! These two actually get to talk. Crazy. Yes! Hey! 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 You said another hey. Are you going to say hey again by any chance? Hey! I knew it, another hey. Have to not slip into Calliope. Knaya, guess what? My first guess would be more hey, but if the thing to guess is the reason you are saying hey at me several times, I confess being stumped. I got something for you. You do? What? That's the thing you got to be guessing. Is it that thing behind your back? Yup, but you gotta be a little more specific. Is it a little piece of paper that says hey on it? No, but that would be so funny. You're pretty funny. Goddamn, now I want to go and start this whole shit over so I can do that punchline instead. Maybe we should do several rehearsals first, just to make sure the final performance is as funny as possible. Yes, but no. What I have for you is this. Ta-da! Oh. 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 Is it real? Yeah, I mean as real as I could make it, which I think means as real as the thing that it is, and was always supposed to be when its ideas expressed as purely as possible through physical matter. Wow. What? It's a real alien egg. Bottom line, it took a lot of work and I guess voidy soul searching, but I finally made it for you, just for you. For me? Yup. Okay. Yup. Hey, I know I don't know you too well. We just met, but really it was always going to be for you. This egg is stinking useless without someone who's qualified to care for it, and that's you. So please look after the little guy. I developed some oddly motherly feelings for the spiky fucker myself. It was like this whole quasi-intellectual-emotional saga or something for me to figure out how to make this freaking egg. It's a matriorb. Yeah, that. I can't. I don't believe this. How is it possible? I still do not know how you did this. Don't worry about it. It's just powers. Magic noises. Voila, insta-orb. Just add some to the subtraction of non-existence. Thank you. I got a bird. Isn't that awesome? No problem. I did not think it would be this easy. I mean, not that it was easy for you by the sound of it. What I mean is I thought it was going to involve an arduous and lengthy process for myself to undertake in order to figure out how it was even possible to reconstruct the orb, let alone actually do it. Nah. Nope. So instead of all that, it's just handed to me like a nice present. Yep. I don't know what to say. This changes so much about everything I thought I had to do. That's it. The way I see it, you shouldn't have needed to worry about making the thing. I think it'll be challenging enough, like hatching it and tending to all the basic stuff that comes next. Isn't that basically the being responsible for the preservation of an entire race of people? Like, not even the simple kind of people that all go about having their own babies by themselves and such. You have to set up the deal with the huge creature that does it all herself, right? Yes, that is how it works. And yes, that will be probably very challenging. Yeah, so just focus on that. I'm sure you'll have help if you need it. I mean, after all this shit is over, obviously. Hey, speaking of which, how did it go here? Did you do the thing? Yes, I think we did the thing. Our frog should be good to go. We? Oh yeah, Carcat came too, didn't he? Where did he go? Oh, he is still in the cave. Meditating. Meditating, huh? Yes, it was a very spiritually uplifting encounter with the denizen. It really, blitzed our chakras. He needs some time to clear his head. How do they know what chakras are? Okay, Rose probably told her about them, actually. Okay. So, you're Rose's girlfriend, right? I do not know. Is that what humans call a matesprit when the matesprit is a girl? I don't know. Is a matesprit the thing trolls call each other when they are girlfriends or boyfriends with each other? Yes. Then the answer is yes. Yes. LMAO! Okay, it was kind of obvious. I was just making sure. Anyway, that's cool. Did you meet on your fancy meteor vessel? In person, we met there, yes. Originally, we first spoke while she was still in her session. I assisted somewhat, but I think I bugged her mostly. That all seems like a lifetime ago now. So I guess you must have gotten to know each other a lot better during the trip. Yes, we had a lot of free time. I bet, smile. Man, 3 years was it? That's crazy! For a whole bunch of people who were only just met, including humans and aliens? I mean, trolls. Whoops. Sorry if that was rude. We call each other aliens all the time. But then you all immediately have to hunker down together for 3 years. That is very much what happened and what we had to do. That sounds fun. I kind of wish I could have been there. I guess I had my own less long stint with people in my session. Only like half a year, though, which was cool in its own way, but wasn't nearly as social as your scene sounded. It was pretty social, yes. But we also had little groups who generally convened with each other more often than the entire ensemble crowded together, for a singular noisy affair. Such events were pretty rare, so maybe not as social as you are picturing. In fact, it was quite a subdued situation compared to the crowd I was formerly accustomed to congregating with. There were 12 of us back then. Yeah, wow! I remember hearing that from a friend, who, never even existed from this frame of reference from... I guess that's another weird thing about my little sojourn to get to this point. It's made all the memories now that didn't even happen for other people. That does sound like a lonely predicament in its own particular way. A sort of sacrifice you've had to make, yes? Yeah. Sacrifice abounds, it would seem. I don't know of anyone presently alive who hasn't had to trade something very important to them in exchange for continuing to be a material seeker in this endeavor. You were forced to trade something too, but in return you've been able to do something. Something so wonderful that... I guess I'm judging your accomplishment from an especially personal vantage, but no matter what else you have been through, I believe you can say you've done something as important as anyone could ever hope to do. Oh, yes! I hope so! I hope it all works out and you make a super successful troll world too! Yes, I want it to be a good place, not so much like where I'm from. It all sounds really daunting, actually. Not even just the propagation of my kind, but managing to do it responsibly. Just causing millions of beings to exist for the sake of doing so, and dismissing responsibility for what sort of people they become. That isn't good enough for me. I think Echidna was right. I'll need him. Oh, nobody. Let's say it was a figure of speech. I will need everyone. Whoever is good and wishes to have a hand in the way our world is shaped. Is like the end game them being essentially the gods of a half-human, half-troll world? That's kind of fun. Call me in, smile. D, actually. I will, but as of the immediate point in time, I don't know what to do anymore. Before you came, I was on my way to join you and Rose and John, feeling quite sure I was about to get ready to fight, but then you gave me this, and now I'm unsure of everything to which I just imminently committed myself. How so? I want to help us win, but I also have a lot of responsibility now, in a way that is much more tangible and also spiky and round and sharp than just a few minutes ago, and I feel I have to consider risk to myself is now also the same risk to the future of my people. Does that make sense? Oh, I see, yeah. It is like say a mother wolf being all ready to stand up to some other asshole of nature like a nasty bear. And she's ready to fight and all, but she's got to think about what happens to her pups if she gets hurt, yeah? Something like that. Except I would relate more to an analogy that didn't involve weird alien creatures. Oh, sure. Just imagine instead of a wolf, it's like a mother... help me out here. Muscle beast? A beautiful mother muscle beast. And instead of a bear, it's a Metroid. A Metroid? What? Okay. Let's say good enough. Damn straight. Be fucking fight of the year right there. But yes, that concern is completely understandable. You don't gotta fight if you don't want. If you don't want. But I'm sure we could really use the help. Would I actually be of much use? I think so. I'd look at it this way. None of the next-gen troll stuff is even going to matter if we don't win this fight. So we have to prioritize beating up all these goddamned villains. Especially the witch. Any extra edge is going to help. And though I admit I don't know much about you, I am feeling pretty confident in my assessment that you're probably some sort of sick, deadly bitch. Who told you my secret? I knows it, wonk. In fact, I would bet that you could use your concern for all your future space pups to be way extra deadlier in this fray. Maybe you'd make the whole difference. The point is we need you now just as much as anyone in the future will. And we're all risking stuff and we're all in this together, and if you're with me and Rose and John, don't worry, we ain't gonna let anything happen to you, I promise. Dang. Dang? That was really motivational, and I feel very inspired now. For real? Yes, a little corny, but I'm definitely genuine and moving. And now I'm suddenly psyched again to go dunk a narcissistic fish woman into a sea dumpster. Fuck yes! Not to project myself as someone fickle or lightly swayed on big decisions. Maybe it was just a roughly 30-second spell of cold feet and I just snapped out of it, I do not know. But you really do seem to have a way with motivational words. You must be a natural leader. I think your group was lucky to have you. Me? Nah. I'm not naturally good at that at all. I mostly just yelled at my friends because they were such a gaggle of frustrating bozos. I guess I'm just feeling way inspired by the fact that everyone is here together and we're all about to try to do something huge and important. I also just watched John in action a bit and he is very good at that stuff. He's actually so good at being inspiring, he inspired me to try to be more inspiring. It sounds dumb as hell, but it's true as shit. I also love how he's got no idea how good he is at the leadery stuff. It is so inspirationally friggin' adorable. Smile. Is that the end? No. Shall we go then? We hella shall. I'm taking this hummingbird with me. She literally is. It's going to die in space. Roxy, no. Okay. VRISKA, Mina, VRISKA. Well, a lot of this voice, then. I'll be taking this, if you don't mind. Not that I care if you mind. For that matter, not that there's any chance you could possibly mind what anyone does with this deadly secret weapon, since you've made it perfectly clear what sort of person you want to be, which is to say someone who's dedicated her entire existence to being utterly useless. Wait, which version of me are you? It's not the right voice. Are you alive? Be quiet, I'm talking. Just look at you. Just look at you. How completely pathetic. What? What's your problem? My problem is you make me fucking sick. Did you know that? That it was possible for you to go so far down whatever toilet you decided to jump into however long ago that you could literally make your own stomach turn. I mean, my God. What are you talking about? Is it my new clothes and tattoo and stuff? Look, I remember feeling that way too, all stuck up about certain. It's not your new look. I mean, not that it's the slightest bit flattering. In fact, I think it's perfect for you. I couldn't possibly imagine a style more impeccably suited to the loser that you've become. Loser? Hey, come on now. Yes, loser. You are a loser. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that is what you are now. Jesus, the horse. Are you really so far removed from reality that you can't see it? Did this transformation happen so gradually you just didn't notice? I find it hard to believe, and frankly more than a little disturbing, that some version of me could let this happen to herself without being at least somewhat aware that a dreadful decline of personal integrity was taking place. I'm not a loser, though. I like who I've become. I actually feel happy and good about my life for the first time in maybe forever. Like, actually good about my life, in a way that feels real instead of forced. Don't you realize that's what it was for us? You don't have a life. You're dead, remember? I'm the one with the life, and I fully intend to use it to be relevant and in a constructive way, and help bring an end to all the horrible shit that's been going on for way too long. Remember when you used to care about that sort of thing? No, obviously not. All you care about now is this bullshit hipstery fashion. Feeling happy and whatever the fuck it is you're doing here. Frolicking with some horses in an ugly field or some shit. Just absolutely disgraceful. How could I have become so selfish? You do know this is selfish, right? This isn't having some fucking epiphany or like growing as a person. Or whatever self-serving spin you might be putting on what's happening here. It's just plain narcissism. And the worst kind you're capable of. A total renunciation of any responsibility for contributing to the greater good. And it makes me fucking sick. No, that's not what it's like. You don't understand. You haven't been through... Been through what? I've been through plenty. Don't get patronizing with me. How'd you die again? Weren't you being stubborn and insisting on going off to fight Jack, even though that was obviously an ill-conceived plan that was going to get everyone killed? There it is again, making it all about you. Even when trying to be heroic, you let that need blind you, and you did something really stupid. Basically leaving no other option but for you to get killed. So since you started your journey as a ghost with that little feat of self-absorption, isn't it any surprise that after however many pseudo-sweeps floundering around as a lost soul, this is where you end up? A shamelessly self-indulgent, punk-ass nobody. Wait, are you saying you didn't go to try to fight Jack? What happened? How? How are you the version that's still alive? I don't... Different shit happened, and from that point on I started making better choices, unlike you. Contrary to your lazy, fakey, happy shit, I've actually grown as a person. What do you think of that, you frivolous, dithering bitch? This is so funny, considering she actually did not make this choice, and it was actually John that made the choice for her. Anyway. Honestly, I can barely even stand to look at you. I should really get out of here and spare myself the nausea. Yet I keep standing here wasting my time dishing out this well-deserved smackdown. Maybe I'm paralyzed by disgust. Why are you being so mean to me? Mean? I'm just telling it like it is, sister. The truth is often harsh, and it's something you used to understand. Now you appear to be the physical embodiment of everything I detest. God, I just can't get over your shitty makeover. Ugh. How did you gain weight too? What? No, I didn't. I'm not. Yes, you did. I'm not blind, you know. I'm not fat. Sure, tell yourself whatever you want. Whatever lets you be at peace with your new life. Why are you saying all this shit to me? What did I ever do to you? I don't Holy shit. This is actually getting to you, isn't it? Unbelievable. Well, that tears it. You really are beyond any sort of redemption. Fucking incredible. Whatever happened to having a thick skin? To letting stuff roll off your back? Not letting shit get to you because you always knew you were better than the one slinging it. I guess this is what you call happiness now. Letting a few tiny little barbs shatter your self-esteem. You aren't happy. You're a hilarious train wreck combined with a sad punchline. And I'm ashamed to share an identity with you. Stop it! Oh boy. Oh, don't worry, Sir Cat. I am done here. I'm off to do something useful like winners do. Something that you wouldn't know anything about anymore. Ugh, just leave me alone. How could I... how am I supposed to do choke? What? How could I have ever been so awful? Okay, this is just getting embarrassing. Time to shove off, though truth be told, I should probably delay killing Lord English a little longer, just so we can put you out of your misery. Just go away. I hate you. Your wish is my command, loser. Time to go get some awesome shit done and grab the reins on a relevant proactive existence. Shit, I'm feeling more adventurous and worthwhile as a person just thinking about it. Anyone who feels the same way is more than welcome to join me. Say, how about you, punky-looking pixies? Doesn't that sound like it might be the cut of your jib? Don't talk to her. She doesn't want anything to do with a piece of shit like you, and neither do I. Take your stupid treasure and your smug garbage about relevance and get the fuck out of here. Come on, Mina. Let's ditch this evil hag and find something else to do. Uh-oh, VRISKA 2. Uh-oh. Mina, what's wrong? Come on.
Yeah. VRISKA, listen.
What?
Oh fuck, how do I say this?
What is it?
I think I might actually...
Huh?
With VRISKA, I mean the one... I mean that one.
No! You please, Mina, you can't.
I don't know if this whole thing is... Fuck!
Mina, no!
I'm not, like, agreeing with her on a lot of that stuff. I'm just, bored.
But I thought you liked...
I did. I mean, I do. I'm just sick of sitting around not being a part of anything. I want to go see some action, you know? I want to go kill a bad guy.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Hey, me too. Look, see? I do too. Forget what I said. We can go fight him together. Just not with her, okay? I couldn't handle that. It can just be you and me.
Yeah, see, I don't know about that. The thing is, I think what I'm saying here is, as great as it's been, like, really great, I think this has got to be, it.
It? No. No. No, why? Mina, please, don't do this. You heard the lady. She's made her mind. Stay out of this. Mina, you have to stay. I don't know what I'll do if you're gone. I don't have anyone else out here. I'll be all alone in this fucked up place. I never told you this, but it's terrifying here. It's terrifying being dead and having to live through memories forever and dealing with the fact that nothing really means anything. It's infinite and dark and it's all being ripped apart. And you're the only one who ever made me feel good about being here. You're the only one who made me feel good about being anywhere. Please don't, Mina. Please.
VRISKA, damn! Why? Why is this shit so hard? Not even lying, this is like the hardest shit I ever did. I can't even fully explain. It's just how it's gotta be.
But it doesn't. You don't have to do this.
Yeah, I think on that point we just gotta algae to disalgae.
I cannot believe you are doing the fish pun thing while you're breaking up with me.
Sorry, sir, 'tis the way of my people. Here's the thing. I don't think any of the shade thrown at you was true. I like you a lot and all, but, like, she has a point on one thing, which is you changed a lot. Not better or worse or anything. I ain't squalified to make that call, just different from the way you were when we met.
happier, I guess. I don't know, man. If you say so, then yeah. But what I see, though, is someone who's gradually turned, like, vulnerable as shell, and that is scary to me because of the way I am. I don't think I'm really the sort of person to be trusted with those kinds of feelings. See, the problem is, you don't actually know me very well. Nobody does. And the main thing about me is that you gotta account for, I guess, I gotta account for, on behalf of the feelings of people I don't want to see get hurt, is, how do I say this? What you need to know is, like, I'm bad.
No, Mina, wait. I don't care if you're bad. I mean, I don't think that's even true. But I don't care if it is. Please don't do this. Don't go, at least not right away. Can't you just stay a little longer so we can talk about it?
Sorry, VRISKA. I'm really sorry.
Time to say goodbye, Mina.
I just did. Let's get out of here, okay?
You've got it. You've made the right choice, Pixies. Now, let's go round up that army.
Damn. Look, I know I didn't like happy VRISKA, okay? I've been saying it. I don't like her. I don't think she deserved all that. Jesus. She's already dead.
Stop, she's already dead.
Wow. I mean, I knew VRISKA was back to her mean self, and I mean, to be fair, it is herself, so if there's anyone is qualified to demean, it is their past self, which they don't like anymore, okay? But at the same time, whew, that hurt. Also, how is Mina coming back with VRISKA? I don't really get it. I guess VRISKA's like moving to assemble the Ghost Army to fight Lord English or whatever, like the same plan as before. But what does Mina think she's gonna do? I don't know. It's kind of funny. I'm sure there's a well-reasoned explanation that I just don't quite get yet. But we'll get there. I'm glad Mina's coming back. I like Mina. And I think this sets up a pretty good character arc for her, you know? But yikes. Yikes. I really don't have anything else to say about the episode other than that. Just like, that was hard to read. And like voice, I felt bad saying it. Because I don't think other VRISKA's wrong, right? It's what I was saying at the very beginning. Or not the very beginning, but like halfway through the series where I'm like, it feels like the end of the story is going to be about, you know, living with change in a way. You know what I mean? Like, all these things keep changing and our characters are constantly fighting against that change. And it never works out well. Like we were just sort of saying in this episode, everybody's lost a huge amount of things fighting against this change that is happening, essentially. And VRISKA, this version of VRISKA, is happy because she embraced the change, and she was able to because of Mina, I guess. So it's interesting that our main timeline VRISKA now is, again, somebody who's fighting against this change. And she's the main version of her. I don't know if we're really supposed to sympathize with her. I don't know. It's weird. I'm confused again. God damn it, VRISKA. Why you do this to me? Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Here's a good question of the day. If you talk to your past self let's say, I mean, it was a 3-year break, right? So 3 years of difference. 3 years ago, would your conversation be equally vitriolic? I don't think mine would be. You'd have to go a little bit further back than 3 years. Although, okay, if I set myself in VRISKA's age range, which I think they started at like 13, right? And then 3 years passed, so they're 16. If I was 16 and I went back to my 13-year-old self, I might think he was super cringe. I probably would. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thought. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. We're getting close to the end. And oh my god, my favorite 2 characters I get to choose between for next time. Oh, that's strobe. I did not mean to strobe them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.